This is Holyhead, and I'm Angharad, one of the young people who live here at Gwynt Hostel.
Hi, welcome to Gwynt.
It's supported housing for young people. Some of us have slept in doorways, some on friends' sofas.
This is our living room. This is where we hang out at night, chill, watch TV, eat some food.
Some of us have struggled with our mental health.
This is our pool room. Come and chill in here and play pool. Gets really competitive at times.
And all have had family breakdowns.
This is our garden. It's where we come to smoke, and we also grow veg out here in the summer.
One of us made a collage of all the names we get called. Tramp, dirty, lowlife, scum, druggy. And the posts that are made about us online. They deserve being homeless. They're scroungers. It's their own fault. And the way it makes us feel. Anxious, worthless, ashamed, low, suicidal, embarrassed, blamed. And that is why we are making this film. To turn the lens round. Tell our stories.
Action.
1, 2, 3, action.
Action.
And show you how the world looks from our point of view.
The amount of times you stroked that back, yeah.
This is my mate Josh.
I'm Joshua Lloyd, I'm 21, and things have been tricky in the past. Family issues, you know, sometimes families just don't get along, you don't click, and things just get progressively worse. So I became homeless about a month and a half or so before I moved here. Slept rough a few times, and I felt anxious. You're going to feel anxious because you're spending pretty much all day outside. You're spending pretty much all night outside. It feels long. Like 24 hours doesn't feel like 24 hours. 24 hours is more like 2 days. Because every single minute you're sat there and you're waiting and you're knowing that the next 20 minutes you're going to be outside. And 20 minutes after that, you're still going to be outside. 20 minutes after that, you're still going to be outside. And the only real solace you've got is that you might be able to spend a few hours indoors in a mate's house or something like that. That's all I really had. Where you can be yourself and not sort of stand guard a little bit. When I came here, I was completely broken. Like I was a bit of a mess. I've gone from never having really had any sense of normality for the past 5 years to actually feeling kind of normal. So it's quite nice. It's quite nice.
This is my mate Sarah. She would only be interviewed with her best friend Tom.
I can trust Tom now. I don't trust a lot of people, and I trust Tom with my life. I know he wouldn't backstab me.
Yeah, Sarah, she's one of a kind. She's nuts. I love her to bits. She's my best mate.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry in a minute, mate. Do you know what I mean? Holyhead. Holyhead, it's not for me. I get into trouble. I go out, drink, take drugs, and it's not who I am like. Do you know what I mean? Problems with the people and the crowds that I'm with, they get me into trouble, or I end up getting arrested, or I end up getting angry. I'm a bit nervous, yeah. Just a bit. I'm not used to something like this. I'm not used to people filming me. It's a bit weird, but it's alright. But I just want to take part because I just want to say to people my story and not say that we're bad people. We're like the most nicest people that you'll ever meet. Something really bad happened to me when I was growing up with my mum's ex, and I find it very hard to talk about this, yeah. But he abused me for 6 years, and it really fucked my head up, yeah. Do you know what I mean? He went to jail, and I started falling out with my mum. I started being a knobhead with everyone because I couldn't do nothing about it. I kept getting arrested, and I got kicked out because I had to fight with my mum. I'm not proud of myself, do you know what I mean? I'll never be proud of myself for what I did. And I've been in our hostel since I was 16. I'm 20 now. Sorry. I'm fine. I am fine, sorry.
No, do you want to
Was that... No, I'm fine, me. No, was that, like, too much, that? No. That wasn't too much, that was okay, yeah?
Don't feel what to say with it. Good afternoon, Llys Gwynt.
This is Tracy, one of the 8 support workers who run Llys Gwynt.
OK, bring your letter in and we'll go online and we'll check your housing benefit. Don't worry. OK, bye.
They work shifts so someone is always around 24/7 to cope with any emergency. There are up to 9 young people here at any one time. The support workers help us acquire basic life skills, how to manage our money, look after our health, apply for education and job opportunities. Overall, the aim is to prepare us for independent living, and, in the meantime, give us a safe space where we can learn to be confident and happy in ourselves. Now it's time to meet my friend Hazel.
Going out and about for me is a hard one, especially like I wear wigs due to having shaved my hair. And you do get a lot of teenage girls that will give you dirty looks. Each wig seems to have a different personality. So obviously we've got Hazel, we've had Harry, Blair, and the one that I'm going by at the minute is Hunter Parker. Like every day I could wake up feeling like I want to be a different person. Today I might want to be a girl, tomorrow I might want to dress like a guy, and these people here, they understand that, and if I want to be treated like one of the guys, they'll treat me like one of the guys, like if they do like the punching on the shoulders and that. And I love how understanding everybody is with the different hair and the way I dress. Well, my name's Hazel Dunk. I am 20 years old and I got put up here, well, I came into the hostel due to an ex-partner with violent behaviour, so this is how I ended here and I love it. Well, from early life, it was a trouble-causing one due to alcoholic and drug-using parents, which led to going into foster care. So at the age of 6, I went into foster care and was adopted by the age of 9 by lovely people. By the age of 12, those parents had split up and it was quite another traumatic situation. And then when I was 16, my mum couldn't cope with me anymore because I was quite a troubled teen. So she put me back into care. Been on and off the street since the age of 16. It's been a hard one. Lost a few kids on the way, 3 to miscarriage and 1 to being a stillborn. 4 little angels. But it doesn't matter how much you go through, I've always seemed to find the brighter side. Doesn't matter, like the amount of holes I've got myself into, like drug use and alcohol, I've got myself off of it as well. So it was like I was going down the same road, and I thought that's not how I want to see myself in like 20 years' time, being in the same place as my father. So I turned my life around, and I'm trying to do everything for the better now. So yeah, that's mainly me.
And here is my mate Tom.
I want to take part in the film because I've been living in the hostel for over a year and I made new friends and that. People get the wrong image about people who live in the hostel. Just want to show people that we're actually all right. So, lived with my parents up until I was about 19, and then got my own flat. I was doing all right for a bit, had a job and that, and then started session, partying all the time, taking different substances, and then ended up losing my job. Someone set a fire in my bath that I used to be in college with, and I lost my flat. And then sofa surfing for a bit, and then I moved into here. Yeah, I'd say I've grown up quite a fair bit from when I first came here, because when I first came here, I don't think I was ready for living independently, but I feel ready for it now. I feel like I can stick up for myself a bit more and just say no to people. It's done me good.
And this is me, Angharad. I've been at Gwynt for 9 months and now I'm leaving. I'm going to study at university in Cardiff. It's an achievement I'm very proud of, since all too often people with my background aren't expected to get into higher education. I was brought up in care from the age of 2, so from the age of 2 up until 18, that was my life. I was a foster child. I'd moved around a lot, and when you get to like the end of your time in care, a lot of young people are at risk of like homelessness because they end up going to live on their own and they can't handle it or they can't cope. And I ended up living in like an emergency placement for a short while. And then I went to live on my own, so I lived independently for the first time. That was quite hard because I wasn't ready. And yeah, from there, my life started to go downhill really. I ended up becoming depressed and it wasn't a good place to be, so. Stigma is something I've always lived with. Being in care, you get looked down on quite a bit because people expect you to be this bad person, but it's not always the case. And yeah, it's quite hard because you get called like things like damaged goods and delinquents, but it's not like obviously nice for young people to hear. So then you kind of take that with you, and that's what sticks in your head. So then you think that that's what you are. But actually people like myself have got like, we're going to do something, we've got a future ahead of us. So yeah, I think I just wanted to be like a positive story. I've
always been into my cars and trucks and hopefully in 1 year I made it into the army and I'll be under a tank somewhere with a spanner in my hand covered in oil.
Well, my dream is to be a mum at some point, have my final rainbow baby and be able to settle down and stay in a place more than a year, I guess.
In 10 years, I wouldn't mind just having a few kids and, you know, being married and sitting down in front of the TV on a Saturday afternoon watching some crappy telly. Do you know what I mean? Because nothing's really been that normal, so I'd like to have normality. And that to me is more normality, so I'd quite like that, to be honest.
I want to be the manager one day over here and just, do you know what I mean, run the hostel and just, do you know what I mean, it'd be really, really brilliant. I'd be really good at the job, I think. I've been through it and it's hard, it's really hard. But in the end, you pull through it and you become a better person. And I want to be that person to help others to achieve what they want in life.